Would you mind if I take you to a naturally interesting place? It's relaxingly very cool. My wife and I went to the Dogwood Canyon Nature Park, outdoor paradise in southern Missouri, nestled in the Ozark Mountains. The park maintains much natural beauty, rugged scenery, towering bluffs, waterfalls, creek beds, handcrafted bridges, and wildlife. Do a quick Google search and you will see it has a typically good rating, well deserving in my opinion. Dogwood Canyon Nature Park, open daily 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Be certain to call first perhaps. RVs, buses, and large vehicles need to plan ahead before arriving. You might want to figure out where you're going to park. This vast 10,000-acre park is located in Lampe, Missouri, easy to find along Highway 86. The park's mission: promote and protect the natural environment of the canyon's wildlife and plant life. It is involved in conservation, education, encouraging interaction with nature, and providing natural enjoyment for all ages. It is a personal, group, or family destination with engaging activities like hiking, biking, wildlife tours, horseback riding, trout fishing, and more. Be certain to visit the Dogwood Canyon Nature Park website, link in the description below, and review it for a lot of good information. Furthermore, you might consider buying tickets online to save a few dollars. You can check their ticket page in hopes of finding savings. We paid about $20 each at the entrance, and that's just to get in. My wife and I also decided we wanted to do the wildlife tram tour at $42 each. Yes, it's not cheap. Hey, it's cool though, you'll see. The park is big enough to take an hour just to go through the little museum and browse around the entrance buildings. If you do anything more, activities can take a couple of hours to all day, if not multiple days. Plan your time carefully. Try to arrive early as well. Although the park is not cheap, the money goes to the Johnny Morris's Wonders of Wildlife Foundation, which is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. So dig deep and know that the money is for a good cause, and enjoy yourself. Welcome to Motoring Fanatic. Hope you're having a great day. Sit back and relax. Enjoy this bit of information about the Dogwood Canyon Nature Park, and please consider subscribing for more videos on parks, museums, and neat places to visit. Let's see what my wife and I did. Here we go. Walking up to the buildings, we realized just how huge they really were. Ahead is a nice entry. Notice the fishing pole door handles, pretty cool. Inside is picture after picture of local mills. To the right is all of the old mill items. The sign on the floor tells you that the huge vertical mill is being restored. It was originally built in 1919. Then we walk directly into the museum hall. Animal displays, cowboy and Indian artifacts, Civil War, etc. A beautiful, beautiful grand hallway. Looking from the hallway, you may see people at the waterfall feeding fish. Of course, you can buy fish food and enjoy watching the trout feed. Simple fun to engage with nature. The restaurant is really nice, has that big view of the waterfall and lots of dancing natural light coming through the big windows. Prices are pretty steep, but the burgers are very good. Before continuing, a quick review of the Big Mill entrance, the Grand Hall Museum, and the restaurant. That waterfall is just captivating. Really, really gorgeous. Hypnotizing even. From the restaurant, we continued to the Center Breezeway. This is where you get bike rentals and join the tram tours as we did, and then the gift shop entrance as well. We had a little time before our tram tour was to start, so we headed over to the big tree house. Up the steps we go to the tree house, another glance at the buildings. This was built by Treehouse Masters, a cable TV series. Going inside, you really see attention to detail in the woodwork. Has a nice homey feel with an emphasis of connecting with nature, of course. The spiral staircase is a great feature. At the top, you are welcomed by a possum. Kind of neat. I like the lighting and openness with the windows. Just really, really nice views. From the treehouse, we walked directly over to the next big building. On the top floor that we first went into has the classrooms and conference areas. And then below on the first level is the gift shop. Another big building. It's just a really nice place. Has several displays to gander at for a while and maybe learn something from. Like how an eagle's nest is big enough to comfortably stow away my wife. Wow! Time for the tram tour. We begin by looking at the waterfall and the few caves near it. Pretty cool. Which, yes, the water is quite cold. This clip gives a general idea of the layout of the canyon-like area, walking paths, the stream. Many, if not most of the little waterfalls were creating pools for the fish. These little waterfalls embedded in the stream were man-made to provide the fish with oxygen. There are also several man-made bridges. The neatest was the Long Pine Crossing. A little further down is a fantastic log structure. The chapel is beautiful. They do have weddings and other services there. A ways further down from that, as you continue along the pathway, is a pavilion for gatherings and catering dinners. You will see many waterfalls, many of them, and maybe a spring or two as well. One interesting waterfall and pool is the Glory Hole. Has a neat story, so pay attention to your guide when you go there, or look it up and see what really neat little thing happened there. And just like that, we found ourselves in Arkansas. Yep, crossed the state borderline. Entering elk and bison country. Danger! Stay inside the tram car. Common sense. So you don't get stampled by the longhorn cattle. Also a good sight to see. Over the ridge and in a depression at a pond are the two herds of elk and bison. As we drove up, they began to move around. We visited with the elk for a while. First off, our tram driver gave us a good bit of information about the elk and everything that went on in that little area and how all the animals really got along together, but gave us good information on those elk. As the buffalo came around, she talked and educated us about them as well. The buffalo were very relaxed, as you can tell. There was a white buffalo in the middle of the lazing group. It was difficult to get a really good picture to show you, but one went for a drink, then decided to pose for a few pictures. Eventually, another wandered by and greeted us all. Very well-mannered indeed. Saw this couple of younger ones rubbing heads, maybe playing a little, maybe a little itchy, getting some of that old winter fur off. That great white finally got up just as we were ready to leave. But I got a good rear end clip. Doesn't sound right. Well, anyway, got a decent shot. He is a big dude, and they are still losing their winter coat. Abruptly and sorrowfully, this video has to come to a close. What a super easygoing, wonderful place to visit. A little on the pricey side, but well worth it for what the money goes to, and you do get a full day's worth of adventure and fun, if not more. I would have loved to have gone horseback riding or any other similar feature. I'm sure the tours that are of larger expense are very fun. I'm sure you will enjoy any and all of the activities that you choose to do there. And with that, please relax, take it easy, be a motoring fanatic, and I will see you later. Bye.